Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spencer Dutton was always the hero of 1923, but these 7 moments were the best examples of how heroic he really was. From the very beginning to the end of 1923, Spencer was painted as a hero and the savior of the Dutton family tree. For example, Jacob's entire plan to save the Yellowstone ranch was waiting for Spencer to return home, and Alexandra would have died 10 times over before she even left for America if Spencer hadn't been there. 1923 was right to paint Spencer as a hero, too, as he proved he earned that title on several occasions due to being one of many Yellowstone spin-off shows. We knew that Spencer was going to save the Yellowstone ranch by the end of 1923. However, Taylor Sheridan still found ways to surprise us with Spencer's story, and he found plenty of opportunities to show the heroism in Spencer's character. Whether it was fighting off big cats or walking bravely into danger head first, Spencer never missed a chance to show off his courage and heroism. These 7 moments from 1923 best display just how much of a hero Spencer Dutton was. During their first, ill-fated, journey to America, Spencer and Alexandra tried to get back to England by way of a small tugboat. Unfortunately, after the captain died, the tugboat was capsized by a ghost ship. Spencer managed to get out fine, but Alexandra was trapped beneath the boat. Even though they were in shark-infested waters, Spencer dove in and saved Alexandra from drowning by showing her the way out. He wasn't able to completely save Alexandra by himself, as they were found by a passing ship, but he still walked through proverbial fire for his love. When we first met Spencer Dutton in 1923, he was working as a big game hunter in Africa. That job alone is proof of his courage and heroics, but the first major game we saw him hunt in detail proved it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Spencer was hired to track and kill a man-eating leopard that was stalking a safari camp, but he didn't realize there were actually 2 big cats in the area. During the hunt, Spencer killed both the leopards, survived being mauled by one, and saved the entire camp in the process. Taking down 2 leopards and getting seriously injured in the process is an impressive feat, but it's not necessarily Spencer's most heroic action in 1923. Spencer was working as a big game hunter, after all, so he put himself in such a dangerous situation willingly. He also took that job specifically because he was hiding from the trauma of his service in World War I and to avoid coming home, which aren't the noblest of intentions. Spencer did more courageous and heroic things for much better reasons later on in 1923. Shortly after Spencer met Alexandra, he took her on a trip through the safari that was quickly derailed. As they were driving, an elephant charged at Spencer and Alexandra's car, tipping it over and rendering it useless. That was just the start of their troubles, though, as both nightfall and a pride of lions were approaching. Spencer once again proved his heroics to save Alexandra by hiding them up a tree and shooting several of the lions trying to eat them. His courage bought enough time for some of Spencer's friends to show up and scare away the remaining lions. Spencer's encounter with the lions does have a few caveats, however, that take away from his heroism. Spencer did save Alexandra's life, but his life was also on the line at the same time, so it may have been more of a matter of survival than one of courage. Additionally, Spencer had plenty of experience in hunting lions and other big game, so it wasn't exactly a new and uncertain experience for him to jump into blindly. Even with that said, however, Spencer's encounter with lions is still a testament to his bravery. The only proper gunfight we saw Spencer get into in 1923 proved that he was just as legendary of a soldier as his awards claimed he was. After Spencer arrived in Montana at the end of 1923 Season 2, he went straight to the Yellowstone to protect the ranch from Donald Whitfield's, Timothy Dalton, men. Almost single-handedly, Spencer killed about half a dozen men and secured the Yellowstone. After watching Zane, Brendan Garrity, and the rest of the cowboys struggle to defend the lodge, Spencer made them all look incompetent by comparison. He walked into a hail of bullets and didn't even blink. Spencer didn't just go to bat for himself and his loved ones, however. At the start of 1923 Season 2, Spencer met Luca, Andy Dispenser, on the ship he was working on. When he discovered that Luca was being raped by another worker, Spencer immediately fought the man and beat him senseless to protect Luca. What's more, Spencer then saved Luca from dying by suicide, and he did it all for a co-worker he barely knew. All Spencer knew was that someone was in need, and he decided to protect someone who was more vulnerable than him. If that doesn't make a hero, I don't know what does. In the same vein, Spencer helped another person he barely knew later on in 1923 Season 2. While he was being manipulated by the police during Spencer's ill-fated adventure in bootlegging, he saw a woman who was covered in tar and feathers and being paraded through the streets. Later, Spencer escaped police custody and began to make a break for it, but he stopped long enough to cut the sex worker's binds and free her from the angry mob. Again, he had never met this woman, but he went out of his way to help her simply because she needed help. Spencer's encounter with the sex worker was even more heroic than some of his other deeds for another reason: it came at great personal risk. Spencer was actively on the run from the law when he freed that woman, and letting her loose both slowed him down and drew attention to himself. He easily could have been caught because he helped the sex worker, but Spencer took a risk with his own life for no reason other than to set a wrong right. He risked prison and never being able to see Alexandra or save the ranch just to do the right thing. Spencer's most heroic deed in all of 1923, however, concerned his wife. Alexandra was caught in the middle of nowhere and freezing to death at the end of 1923 Season 2. When Spencer's train passed her, however, he leapt from the moving train and came to Alexandra's rescue. He even began to carry Alexandra to warmth and safety, though the train stopped in time for him to get her on board. It was literally a fairy tale moment that painted Spencer as a knight in shining armor, and proved that he would do anything to protect Alexandra. Saving Alexandra also highlighted an important through line in Spencer's many heroics. Many of Spencer's best and most courageous deeds were only possible because of Alexandra. Most of it was due to accidents, like the boat capsizing, but Alexandra truly brought out the best in Spencer. Before meeting Alexandra, Spencer didn't much care that the leopard killed an innocent woman, he only cared that the camp owner lied to him. After he met Alexandra, though, Spencer was a warmer, kinder person who would intervene on behalf of strangers and prostitutes. That makes Alexandra's death in 1923 even more tragic than it already was. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.